All right, so let's try to summarize what we've learned in this section of the course. First of all, we looked at modules, and the point of modules is, to paraphrase the name, to make your system more modular. It helps with encapsulation as well by hiding some of the external interfaces, having constructors and public properties and that sort of thing. You can encapsulate all that and just expose a module with the properties that you allow the consumer to customize. In addition, modules improve the understanding of complex systems because once again you're kind of neatly wrapping a subsystem in a kind of facade, and that's the facade design pattern. That's what it's for, to aid in comprehension and ease of use. In addition, modules support the extensibility of artifacts registration mechanisms, and in fact the XML and JSON configuration mechanism is itself a module. So then we looked at XML and JSON configuration. Now I only showed the JSON part, but you can guess that the XML part uses the same exact names, just in the XML format instead of a JSON format. It's really up to you which format you want to use. There is absolutely no difference between the two, and in actual fact I would argue that on some IDs the XML is the more friendly option. So this approach is based on Microsoft Extensions configuration, which is a separate NuGet package that you have to download. It gives you additional points of flexibility, by the way, which I haven't mentioned in the examples, but it's worth noting that the Microsoft Extensions configuration has support for things like environment variables and configuration merging and custom configuration sources. These are things not related to Artifact, they're related to the Microsoft Extensions, so that's something that you can read up more on by finding the documentation for the Microsoft Extensions. And the whole point is that the XML and JSON configurations allow the configuration at deployment time, as opposed to just at the coding time, so to speak. So you've deployed your application and you can let the client customize the way that their application actually behaves, and that way you get some control in this regard. Okay, so the point of XML and JSON is that you can register components which are then resolved correctly, or you can register entire modules, and it doesn't really matter which you choose because both of them work just fine.